Hello, this is Val with This Is How You Do It. I have 4 cups of flour in my mixing bowl, a warm cup of milk, um, 1/4 cup of butter, or 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 egg, um, 1/3 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of sugar. You take your warm water right out the tap, but it's warm, hot water out the tap, and you take your yeast and pour it into your 1/4 cup of water, and you mix it all together. Now, to help your yeast rise, you can probably take some of that sugar you got sitting to the side and put in there with it. That would only help your yeast to rise, because you're going to set this yeast aside for about 10 minutes so it can bubble up or rise. Mix it good. Let me show it to you. It looks like it's mixed well. And I'm going to put just a spoon of sugar in here to help it out. That's the same sugar that I'm going to use in the mix anyway, so it doesn't really matter how it goes in, as long as it goes in. That's going to let the yeast feed on that sugar and help it bubble up. Now set that aside, and as we set that aside, we're going to wait, and then we can do all our other mixtures. When we get ready to do our other mixtures, we're going to mix the milk, the butter, the egg, and the sugar all in one container. Mix it together, and then we get ready to pour it into our mixture here. Your milk should be warm, not hot, but warm. Room temperature or a little more. You can probably pop it in the microwave for about 30 seconds and then let it sit and wait while all of this is going on. Pour in the butter, the sugar, and the milk. Try not to waste it, because the way this cup is made. Mix it all together. Take the yeast. I had to put the yeast in a cup because look how it's rising. You may need a bigger bowl when you let your yeast rise. The sugar really did a great deal on this. I just wanted you to see that, because I'm going to put all this in there together. It's going to mix anyway, so. You can knead this by hand. I'm just using the mixing bowl because I have one. Some of these bowls need a little help. Throw in a little flour in the middle. Like if you were doing it by hand, you would incorporate a little flour at a time. And so what I'm doing is throwing that flour in there to help it, and it's starting to help it. You can hear the difference, and it's starting to spin on its own. Now I'm pour a little bit more of this in there. Not too much at one time, a little bit at a time. I used to wonder why this bowl would not spin, but you give it time, it will spin. I got this bowl from Walmart, this mixing bowl. Actually, that's all it is to it. You just blend your bread, mix, even if you're doing it with your hands, and then shape it into however you want to shape it, and bake it at 150, well, 350 degrees until your bread is brown. It's a done deal now. Now I would like to say, if you're just making a straight loaf of bread, you don't need the milk and you don't need the egg. Just use water and it'll still make a loaf of bread. Use a cup of water, a cup and 1/4, because you're using 1/4 for the yeast, but then you use a cup of water to make your bread, and it'll still do the same thing. Do everything I did. Take out the milk, take out the egg, and then you still have bread. And I may do that video for you also. But this is a butter yeast roll. That's why it has the butter. And you still use the yeast in the bread that I told you about before. But this is like a butter roll. How about that? A butter roll. Of course, we're gonna set this batter off to the side and let it rise for about an hour and a half, something like that. This just save your hands if you have trouble with your hands, arthritis or something like that. This is a good bowl to have to make your bread with. I just got my spatula around the side and it's helping push that dough into the center. Just got it going. It's still on low. Stop it. Say, Val, why are you doing that? Let the mixer do it. I know y'all. It hadn't gotten it all yet. I'm helping it out, I guess. Let me see what it'll do. Cause that's too hard on my hands. I almost closed it back down again. Okay, y'all, I'm getting ready to cut this off and cover it. I'll let you watch that while I don't get a bag on the cover. I got a Walmart bag. You can get a towel, but I'm going to just put this over this. Close it off. Mix it all together. Make sure everything is like it's supposed to be. Side down in here, and I'm going to take a little oil, put it on my bread. Like I say, you can do this by your hand, with your hands. I just want to try the mixer. Now, when you get your bread into a ball like this, see? Ball like this. I'm going to take this ball, put it in this pan, cover my ball with some oil, rub it around it. See that? See how my bread has got oil on it? There's a little oil in the bottom of it too. That's to keep it from sticking, so when it rises, it won't stick to the pan so bad. And then I won't have to, it won't be so hard for me to lift it out if I wanted to lift it out. You put this on here for about an hour and 30 minutes. I'm going to leave it on for about an hour and 30 minutes and let it rise. You can put a towel on it if you like. I think I give it a little room to expand if it come over the pot. And that's all to it, y'all. That's all to it. Set your timer for 1 hour. 1 hour, and I say 30 minutes. And that's it. My timer is going off. It's been an hour and 30 minutes. I put a towel over this also. And I'm going to take this off. This is my dough. It has risen. This is my pans that I'm going to use. I'm going to make a few rolls, but what I want to make Willie was a loaf. I told him that I'll make him a loaf of bread. And so I'm going to put some in here. Oil in this pan. You know, it's glass, so you know it'll probably go all around the top. I'm making sure it don't do that. And this is an extra one just in case I have some extra left over. But I'm going to put some buns in here. I guess I'm showing you the whole process. This is just in case we have enough to put some in here. Now, that's it. Look at them. Now, I'm just going to work right out of this. Some people would probably put it on the thing and spread it out and make their little ball or whatever they're going to do. But I'm going to do this right here. Let me see. That may be big enough. No, not big enough for that one. I'm going to put it in this small one. I may need some more dough. You'll see. We'll just put 2 of them in there. Gonna make us one great big one. Let's see how that's gonna be. He just really want a loaf of bread. One big one right there. One big one right there. This is the first time making a loaf, y'all. I don't like the way it looks underneath. So I'm going to put some oil on my hands so I can work this out on my counter. Because I don't want it hollow on the inside. Get one of these. Probably ain't gonna need that one anyway. Especially if I want some buns. Also, yeah, I'm not gonna use that little one. Make this a good big one. What y'all think? Makes it easy to work with instead of flour. Let's try it now, y'all. You can pretty much shape your bread any kind of way you want to shape it. You can do twists, like pretzel twists. It's pretty much up to you. I just want to get enough in here so when it rises, it'll be fine. That's all that's left. Set this to the side. Go ahead and do our little buns. Trying to make a circle. Can you see this? Just bending it down in there, just shaping it. Give it some shape. That's all I'm doing. Then I'm going to cover it up with the towel again. This is your art here. It's gonna bake up regardless of how you do it. It's just pretty much up to you. Let me make room for one more. Take a little off this one. You see how easy that is? There's nothing perfect about it. Just do your bread any kind of way you want it. Real rise. I want to shake this a little bit more because it has that crack on the surface, and I don't want it. I want it to be kind of smooth like that. So let me use the counter to smooth it out a little bit more. Like I said, instead of putting flour down there, I put some oil down there to help me out. Keep me from making such a mess too. And put this down so I can measure on what I'm trying to do. My first time trying to shape a loaf. Now let's cover it up. There we go. Now that's more like what I was trying to do. You see that? Now it should rise probably up to here. I'll cover this for about another 30 minutes. Put a bag on both of these and the towel. The oil is on the other side of it. Now you can use saran wrap if you have it, but since I don't have it, I'm showing you what you can use if you don't have it. Cover it up. Give it another 30 minutes on the timer. And that's it. Now let's see what we got here. So much that has risen. Let's look at these rolls. I just let it sit for 30 minutes. Now we're going to put them in the oven at 350 degrees for about, until they're golden brown, but I'll put the timer on for about 35 to 40. I'll put it on for 45 minutes and keep a check on it. But that'll, once I start smelling it, then I know to get up and check it anyway. I say 40 minutes. I'm sticking in the oven. Move this one over a little bit so it won't touch. And we'll see what they look like when they come out. Buns out. I put butter on those already because they came out first. And I'm put some butter on this loaf here. This is how it rolls up. It could, if you would like, you could let yours get a little more browner. I just wanted mine like this. Now the reason I omitted the salt, it calls for 1 teaspoon of salt because I used salted butter when I made it, and also I'm putting this salted butter on it now, so I thought that was enough salt. For my taste. If you like what you've seen, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Excuse me. Hit that like button. And share it with somebody. You do not have to use the mixture. The mixture toughens your dough. So if you want to do it by hand, that's pretty much up to you. I prefer doing it by hand, but like I say, I bought that beautiful mixer, and so I used it. It kind of helps me with the work of it all. And this is Val with This Is How You Do It. Take one of these buns and show you just how they are, and look how it is. See? And this is Val with This Is How You Do It. Slather you some butter on it. Like I said, that's enough salt. And enjoy. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. It's spread. I'll talk to all you beautiful people in this video. Bye-bye now.